Hello and welcome to this video discussion. We are from Santo Niño Mactan Montessori School, and this is our video discussion for our organization and management subject. So we are given the task to discuss about gathering results. So the agenda for this video discussion is number one, controlling and measuring results. Next is the types of results, quantitative and qualitative results. Third is the balance results or the balance scorecard. Next is the control method and system. Fifth, departmental and individual performance evaluation. And lastly, competency-based evaluation. So every topics that's been written in this agenda will be talked about by my co-members of the group. So without further ado, I will give the floor to Miss Conde to discuss controlling and measuring results.
So good day everyone, I am Erica Conde and I'm going to be the first reporter of Group 3 in Organization and Management. So our topic for today is controlling and measuring results. So what is controlling and measuring results? So controlling and measuring results refers to the process of assessing the performance of various businesses operations and making adjustments to efficiency, productivity, and profitability. This involves setting performance targets, monitoring progress, and taking corrective actions when necessary. So, both must have the expected results of the policy or interventions clearly defined with the indicators to measure progress and data to inform the indicators. So what is controlling and measuring results? Let's define them one by one. So, first is what is measuring results. So measuring results involves quantifying and analyzing various aspects of business such as sales, revenue, expenses, profit margins, customer satisfaction, and employee productivity. In controlling results, it entails taking decision based on information gleaned through results measurement. So this could entail launching new goods or services, changing pricing policies, reallocating sources, or changing corporate processes. So, controlling results also aims to enhance performance and provide the intended effects. So, quantifying and examining numerous company performance factors such as sales, revenue, expenses, profit margins, customer happiness, and employee productivity is a key component of measuring results. Financial documents, performance indicators, surveys, and other data analysis tools can all be used in measuring results. This is not in the PowerPoint, but what are the differences between controlling results and measuring results? So the difference is that controlling results refers to the actions taken to ensure that the desired outcome is achieved. Measuring results, on the other hand, refers to the process of assessing the actual performance against the established goals and standards. So that are their differences. So that is what measuring and controlling results are defined. Some examples, rather, from controlling and measuring results. First example we have for our controlling and measuring results is the KPI or key performance indicator. So what is KPI? KPI or key performance indicator enable us to understand the performance and the health of our business so that we can make critical adjustments in our execution to achieve our strategic goals. Knowing and measuring the right key performance indicators will help us achieve results faster. So, key performance indicator is very helpful for our business so that our business will improve. What will our business improve? So that is the help of key performance indicator. The second example for our controlling and measuring results is regular reporting. So what is regular reporting? From the word itself, regular, it simply means we have to frequently submit reports based on on the progress towards what goal are you working on. So that is the simplest on what is regular reporting. So that is very easy to understand. The third one for our examples of controlling and measuring results is customer feedback. So customer feedbacks refers to the information and opinions provided by our customers about their experiences with a product, service, or company. This feedback can take many forms, including surveys, online reviews, social media comments, and customer support interactions. So customer feedback is very important for our business. Why? Because it can help them understand how well they are meeting customers' needs and expectations, and they can identify areas for improvement and make changes to make enhance the customer experience. So that is customer feedback.
So for now, we will be discussing about the types of results, which there are two, namely qualitative and quantitative. For the first one, we have quantitative, which refers to data that is numerical or statistical in nature. This type of data is typically collected through methods such as surveys, experiments, or measurements, and is analyzed using statistical techniques. This type of data also provides objective and precise measurements of phenomena and can be used to identify patterns, relationships, or trends in data. Some examples of this would be graphs and charts, sales rates, and profits gained by the business of that time period. For the second one, we have qualitative, which refers to data that is descriptive in nature rather than numerical or statistical. These are also often used to gain insights into people's beliefs, experiences, and behaviors, and to understand the social or cultural context in which they occur. These types of results can be subjective and may vary based on the interpretation of the researcher or participant, but they can provide rich and detailed information that can help inform decision-making or generate new hypotheses for further study. Some examples of this would be the surveys, interviews, audio recordings, transcripts, feedbacks, comments, as well as reviews of the customers.
Hello everyone, this is Rohan Reas, and I'm going to discuss about the Balanced Results Scorecard, also known as BSC. It is a tool in a company that has an information to what you can do to improve your company. For us, like sample your strategies or what are your plans for your future so that your company is in good hands. BSC can be used if you want to know that your company needs to change its strategy, or it is an organization from different perspectives, usually from the following. It is, there we have financial, customer, business, process, and learning and growth. For financial, it is the perspective of your shareholders. What are you going to do for your financial? Then you have the customer, what your customers experience and perceive. It is what they have to feedback about your company. And we have the business process. It is the key processes we use to meet and exceed customer and shareholder requirements. So it is really important that you will always know what your customer wants. The learning and growth is how you foster ongoing change and continuous improvement. It is where you know how you're changing environment. And then we have the benefits. The benefits is a balanced scorecard can help your organization both articulate and act upon your vision and strategy. So you have to use it to facilitate the effective and consistent communication because everyone speaks a shared language of metrics. Drive focus around key requirements like meeting what your customers needs and wants. Facilitate reviews on a regular basis so that you will know how to improve and what to improve in your company. Then we have ensure organizational alignment. You should always stay focused on what your strategies are so that you are always going to be productive. Here in the next slide, we have the example of a BSC. We have the department processes and owner, the high level supported, balance scorecard category, the metric, the target level, and the actual level. So that's all. Thank you.
Control methods and system refer to data that is numerical or statistical in nature. This type of data is typically collected through methods such as survey, experiments, or measurements, and is analyzed using statistical techniques. This type of data provides objective and precise measurements of phenomena and can be used to identify patterns. I'm going to talk about qualitative methods. Qualitative methods refer to the overall control of performance instead of only those of the specific organizational processes. These methods use tools such as inspections, reports, direct supervision, and on-the-spot checking and performance evaluation and counseling to accomplish goals. So qualitative research methods in the field of management typically rely on non-quantitative forms of data collection and non-statistical forms of data analysis. Qualitative researchers may use these qualitative methods such as planning, organizing, staffing, and leading. Control methods based on time. Control methods based on time have feed-forward control. Prevents problems because managerial action is taken before the actual problem occurs. So, feed-forward control generates solutions to problems before they occur. For example, policies are formed in a country to prevent any critical problem from happening. And the second one is concurrent control. Takes place while work activity is happening. The best example of this type of control is direct supervision or management by walking around. So, concurrent controls, such controls are not necessarily proactive, but they can prevent problems from becoming worse. Example, concurrent control might be adjusting the water temperature of the water while taking a shower. And the last one is feedback control. Feedback control is control that takes place after the occurrence of the activity. It is advantageous because by the time the manager receives the information, the problem had already occurred. So, feedback control, an example of feedback control is when a sales goals is set. The sales team works to reach that goal for 3 months. And at the end of the 3 months, managers review the results and determine whether the sales goal was achieved.
Hello everyone, I'm going to tackle about the quantitative methods. So quantitative methods refer to the data that is numerical or statistical in nature. This type of data is typically collected through methods such as surveys, experiments, or measurements and is analyzed using statistical techniques. Quantitative methods also type of data provides objective and precise measurements of phenomena and can be used to identify patterns, relationships, or trends in data. So quantitative method is a numerical. Unlike the qualitative is more on words, but the quantitative is more on numerical or number. So example or type of quantitative is that answer your how many or how much questions, and also a measure and test, and also statistical analysis. And that is all. Thank you.
So, good day everyone, my name is Niño, Paquibot, and we talk about the common traditional control methods. So, employee discipline. Managers need to discipline control to ensure that the tasks are done efficiently. So, this discipline is to impose by management to correct or prevent behavior that are detrimental to an organization, not to embarrass or degrade an employee. The second is project management control. So project management control is that project managers need technical and interpersonal skills to ensure successful projects implementation.
So, departmental and individual performance evaluation. Departmental performance evaluation, it refers to the process of assessing the overall performance of a department within our organization. This assessment typically includes a review of the department's objectives, goals, strategies, and achievements. The purpose of departmental performance evaluation is to identify areas of strength and weakness within the department. It is to develop plans for improvement and to ensure that the department is contributing effectively to the overall success of the organization. Next is the individual performance evaluation. It refers to the process of assessing the performance of an individual employee within an organization. This evaluation typically includes a review of the employee's job, responsibilities, goals, achievements, and areas for improvement. The purpose of individual performance evaluation is to provide feedback to the employees about their performance, to identify areas where they can improve, and to help them develop a plan for their professional development. So the main difference between departmental and performance evaluation is the scope who you are evaluating. So in departmental performance evaluation, you are evaluating a specific department within your organization. So for example, you are a smartphone company, then you are going to assess a certain department. Let's say, for example, your sales department. You are then going to assess the sales department if they are still in line with their job or their objective as the sales department. Then after assessing, you can then identify the strength and weaknesses of that department, and then make suggestions on how to overcome the weaknesses that they are encountering in order for them to contribute efficiently more on the success of the organization. So in individual performance evaluation, on the other hand, you are assessing individual employees. So it is more leaning towards more on the uh, it's leaning more towards on personal within the employees and you as the manager. So this evaluation typically includes a review of the employee's job responsibilities, goals, achievements, and areas for improvement. So in individual performance evaluation, you are evaluating if the employee is still doing what's in their job description or in their job qualifications, and if they are still in line with the company's goal and vision and mission. So the purpose of individual performance evaluation is to provide feedback to employees about their performance, to identify areas where they can improve, and to help them develop a plan for their professional development. So just like the departmental performance evaluation, you are assessing their strengths and weaknesses and areas where they can develop. So individual performance evaluation is leaning towards more on career, helping them have healthy career. So both departmental and individual performance evaluations are important tools for organization to assess their overall performance and ensure that they are meeting their goals and objectives. By conducting regular evaluations, organizations can identify areas for improvement and take steps to address any issues that may be hindering their success. So both departmental and individual performance evaluation share the same goals. It is it is to identify areas of improvement and if they are still in line with the company's or the organization's goals. So we are now down to our last topic in this video discussion, which is competency-based evaluation. So for starters, competency-based evaluation focuses more on the job competency rather than job qualifications. So it focuses more on individual performance evaluation rather than um, departmental. But what the difference between this and individual performance evaluation is that individual performance evaluation focuses more on the job qualifications rather than job competency, which this competency-based evaluation means. So, for definition, it is an approach to assessing an individual's performance or ability to perform specific tasks or achieve certain outcomes based on the demonstration of particular competencies. It is a set of tools designed to monitor and gather evidence about an employee's progress towards achieving a set of competencies or preset standards. In a competency-based evaluation, the focus is on measuring how well an individual can apply their competencies to real-world situations rather than just assessing their knowledge or memorization of certain facts. The purpose of competency-based evaluation is to assess an individual's knowledge, skills, and abilities based on specific competencies required for a particular role or job. Competency-based evaluation focuses on measuring an individual's performance against predetermined competency standards rather than just overall performance. So competency-based evaluation, it's an approach, that's what I had mentioned earlier, which that approach is the on how an employee or an individual um, is competent in doing his or her job, in demonstrating his or her job. So um, for basis, there are a set of tools designed to monitor and gather evidence towards an employee's progress in achieving a set of competencies or preset standards. So in a competency-based evaluation, the process is measuring how well an individual can apply their competencies to real-world situations rather than just assessing their knowledge or memorization of certain facts. It leans more on practical. It leans more on how you apply your skills and abilities rather than just your knowledge about your job. So again, competency, job competency. So it measures an individual's performance in against predetermined competency standards rather than just overall performance. What this means is that an employee is judged based on if he or she qualifies for the standard that's set by the organization or the company, rather than just his or her performance in the company. So its purpose is to assess an individual if individual's knowledge, skills, and abilities based on specific competencies required for a particular role or job. For example, you are an accountant, and this will assess if you are knowledgeable about your certain job, or can you apply your knowledge when it comes to practical problems, or in applying your knowledge or skills and abilities in a real world situation na. And that would be all. And if you are still watching at the end of this video, thank you for tuning with us, and thank you.